So when you look at a wall plate, you usually don't think much of it, right? It's just a dumb terminal.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
plug something in, you get a signal, and, it's pretty much the end of the story.
But the device we're looking at today sort of flips that whole idea on its head. We're talking about the PureLink VIP-T400-E-WP.
Okay.
On the outside, it just looks like a slightly fancy wall plate, but what's inside is basically replacing racks of old school equipment.
And that form factor alone, I mean, that's a huge deal for installers.
Oh, absolutely.
It fits a standard double gang wall box. So instead of, strapping some bulky encoder under a conference table, the tech just vanishes into the wall.
And it cleans up all the cabling, too. It supports PoE, power over Ethernet.
Which, thankfully, means no more of that graveyard of power bricks under the table.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about the performance, because this is where the engineering gets really interesting. The spec sheet says Ultra HD 4K60, 4.4.4 HDR.
That's right. And it's doing all of that over a standard 1 gigabit network.
See, that's the part that always gets me. The math just seems impossible. Uncompressed 4K at 4.4.4 needs, something like 18 gigabits of bandwidth?
It's massive, yeah.
So the real story here isn't just the resolution, it's the compression. They're squeezing an incredible amount of data through a tiny pipe.
That is the absolute key. And it's efficient enough to travel up to, I think it's 394 feet, so 120 meters on a Cat6a cable with no visible degradation.
And normally with that much compression, you'd expect to pay for it with latency, right? A noticeable delay.
You would,
Yeah.
but they're claiming less than 17 milliseconds.
17. So that's barely a single frame of video.
You'd never perceive it. In a live setting, it feels instant. It doesn't feel like you're watching a stream. It feels like a direct
A
cable.
hardwired connection.
Exactly. And that speed is what enables what they call instant switching. You change the source, and it just snaps to the new image. No black screen.
That's so important, especially when you start to scale the system up. And the scalability is, well, it's aggressive.
It is.
It's matrix switching for up to 999 sources. And is it really 65,000 displays?
That's the theoretical limit, yeah. At that point, the hardware isn't your bottleneck anymore. It's all about your network architecture.
But how on earth do you identify source #422 in a setup that massive?
Well, they actually built a really simple, clever hardware fix for that.
Right.
There's a little LED channel display right on the faceplate, so you can physically walk up to the wall and see which channel that plate is assigned to.
Oh, that's a lifesaver for troubleshooting.
For sure. But for overall management, it obviously plugs into their VPX software, and it has plugins for Crestron and QSys, so it plays nice with the big automation systems.
Right, which brings us to the professional and government side of things. I notice it's TAA compliant.
Mm-hmm. And that's the golden ticket if you're trying to get into government or military installations. It means the supply chain is secure.
This whole different level of reliability.
Exactly. It's built for 24/7, 365 operation. And it's not just a one-way street either. It also supports USB 2.0.
So KVM is on the table. Keyboard, video, mouse.
Yep. So you could plug into a wall plate in a lecture hall and control a secure PC that's sitting in a server room somewhere else entirely.
It really is the perfect bridge between those high-end AV demands and just, standard everyday IT networks.
It takes all the complexity out of the room itself and puts it back onto the network where it can be managed.
That definitely changes how I look at a wall socket.
Oh,
Okay, so here's a thought to leave you with.
go for it.
If a single one of these wall plates can instantly connect a camera or a computer to 65,000 different displays, are we moving toward a world where every wall socket is a potential broadcasting station?
And if we are, then the whole idea of a traditional centralized control room might just become a thing of the past.
Something to mull over. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.